Hi guys, thanks for coming to my YouTube channel, and if this is your first time, you are welcome. And in today's video, I am going to discuss with you how to increase your Zazzle zRank. So if you're thinking of building successful store Zazzle, please feel free to subscribe, because every week I try to load a video to give you guys tips and advice how to run successful Zazzle store. So let's get started today on today's video. So the zRank with the Zazzles, it's one of those, it's a little bit complicated, but it's also not so complicated. It just depends on how you're getting your information, or how you're reading the information, and where you're receiving your information from. So as you can see, on this page, I am actually on the Zazzle, on Zazzle's blog or website, Zazzle help website page. So it talks about how the zRank works. So I'm going to link this particular page on the description. If you have some time, you can read it yourself. So what I'm going to discuss with you guys is some of the things, guideline what Zazzle has written here, and also based on my own experience within the Zazzle platform in my store, how it's performing, what I have noticed and what I have learned when it comes to the zRanks. The thing with the zRank, basically, according to Zazzle, it gives you an indication. So the zRank, it's basically a number. It's a number from 1 to 10. So based on the Zazzle guide, how it works, they are saying that it tells you, it gives you like an insight of how well or how you are representing your store, and how well your store is basically doing. So the closer that you are to reaching that number 10, the better your store is. The lower the number is, it's like in another word, you need more improvement. So a good start, when you're starting on Zazzle, you should be trying to get yourself number zRank number 4 to 5 to 6, things like that. So basically, in order to increase your zRank, you need to make sure that your Zazzle is well organized. What do I mean by that? Make sure that you fill in all the Zazzle requirement application, that when you open up a Zazzle store, they'll give you a list of like a small mini task to do within your Zazzle store. They'll give you a list of things to do, like adding your media images, your about to section, adding your profile, your logo, your banner, everything. So try to fill as much as you can. Try to fill everything on that section. And then also, when you finish all those sections, it's going to tell you that you have completed your store 100%. So if it's not completed 100%, it's also going to tell you the percentage. Maybe 80% is not completed, things like that. You're just going to see it when you log in your Zazzle store. So the more, try to make sure that you complete all the tasks so you get 100%. I believe at the time when I completed all the tasks that Zazzle gave me when I opened my store, I completed everything. I believe it was a 4, and then it went to a 5 or a 6. Now, based on my experience, the way I noticed that the way to increase also your zRank, the way it goes up, is based on the sales that your store is getting. Well, we talked about I always talk about, make sure that your store is organized, have a collection, have a category, so when the customer lands in your store, they're not overwhelmed. They can find things easily. They can move around. So it looks more professional, just like when you go to a supermarket or when you go to any high street store. When you go inside, you find everything there in the particular department. So it's the same thing that Zazzle is asking Zazzle creator to do. So you need to make sure that your categories, your collection, your tagging, things like that is on point. Now, what I noticed within my store when it comes to zRank, after that, my store had the zRank went to number 5, and then I noticed it started going up based. The more sales I was getting, I noticed it was also having an impact on my zRank. So right now my zRank is on 8, which is good. I'm aiming for to go to 10 and 9, things like that. So the more sale I was getting, I noticed that my zRank was going up. Now, in order for me to make sure that my analyzing was correct, I have in total I have 4 Zazzle store. So what I noticed, there was a time, I believe last year in 2021, that all of my store, no, actually 3 of my store was doing really, really good. So 2 of my store had a zRank of 7, and then my main store had a zRank of 8. So what happened? 2 of my store, I noticed that the sale went down. I wasn't getting as much sale as I was getting before. So I noticed those zRank went down to, after a couple of months, the zRank went to down to 6 for both of the store. However, my main store, the one I mainly focus on, it still was on zRank number 8, and that store, it was still performing well. The sale was keep on coming consistently every day. There was no change. The sale was just keep on flowing. So the zRank stayed, it did not go down. It stayed at number 8. But the other ones, because I noticed the sale wasn't getting much sales as it used to, the zRank went down. So the way I see it, the sales also have a part to play when it comes to the zRank. So completing your store task based on what Zazzle wants you to complete within your store, it also have a part to play. So the way you organize your store, it has a part to play, and your sales has a part to play. Now, you might say that if you're not getting enough sales, what can you do? I have a lot of videos in my channel that will help you, give you some tips how to increase your sales. Basically, in order to get more sales, to improve your sales, there's a lot of things. It's not just one thing. You need to make sure the category is, you set up categories, collections, your taggings, your title, those things, and what the customers are looking for. Because when the customer are going to Zazzle store, they are searching. When they are finding your product, they're going to make that purchase. They're going to make those sell. And that also is going to help you, because Zazzle is going to, when you're making those sales, Zazzle is going to keep on it's going to be pushing your product. Because in the way Zazzle see it, it's like you are meeting the customer demand. Because when the customer buying stuff from you, that means you are providing value. You are providing what the Zazzle customers are looking for. So this is what I would suggest. Like I always tell you guys, you need to make sure you do your research. The type of product that the customers are looking for, the style, the design, things like that. And make sure your store is well presented, because when the customer looks for those products, you don't want to be left behind. You want to make sure that you meet that particular design. So this is my tip for this video is work on your product and your store as overall. Go through my YouTube channel and find videos that I have made to give you tips how to improve your store, how to make your store better, how to get consistent sale, what it's required. I have all those videos in my channel. So go through there and watch and see all the tips I have given you. So like I was saying, when it comes to Zazzle, it's not just one particular area. You have to make sure that all the areas are connected, are working together, because it's like a puzzle. You're trying to connect everything in order for you to get that particular result that you're looking for. So you need to make sure that everything is working for you, for in your advantage. So the more you are closer to number 10, the better your store is performing, and is telling you how your store is performing. So like I said, I'm going to link this article from Zazzle help page for you to have a read about how the zRank works. Hopefully this is going to give you some tips, and if you have any questions, leave it on my comment. I'll be happy to answer your question. And thank you for watching, and please feel free to subscribe. Thank you in advance for supporting this channel. See you next time. Bye bye for now.